What up, everybody? Steve Breach coming to you. Early morning video. It's light outside, but the store's not open yet. We're waiting for them to open the doors so we can go in. Last night, there was a lot of wrestling going on with ROH, and then also the Bellator event. I only got to see the Bellator main event. I haven't seen the ROH show. I read a lot of tweets, and I'm listening to a review right now. Just got done reading a story, basically about Bret Hart, talking with Sports Illustrated, talking about Daniel Bryan. And in the article, he's asked about Daniel Bryan. Bret Hart says that Daniel Bryan's career is over. He might not know it yet, but he feels like the same thing that is going through Daniel Bryan is what Bret Hart went through when he was kicked by Goldberg back in WCW. The concussions have just basically ended his career. And at first I was thinking, like, man, this is like Bret Hart just sort of, I don't want to say trying to make himself relevant. That's what I was going to say, but that's not the right words. But it's sort of like how Bret Hart thinks he's like this big ultimate supreme power. It's sort of like how he had to eat his words about the Undertaker versus Triple H at WrestleMania was a 4 out of 10 star match. But if anybody knows what Daniel Bryan's going through, if the problem is concussions, it might be Bret Hart. I mean, Bret Hart was the first guy that I ever saw that had his career ended by concussions. Definitely, when you were watching Bret Hart matches in WCW back there in 2000, it didn't really look like Bret Hart's career was slowing down. When you think about Bret Hart in WCW and what Bret Hart meant to the company after making his debut, there's not a lot of memorable moments. So when you think about it, you sort of think that he wasn't really doing a lot there. But Bret was wrestling on a lot of shows. And when you go back and watch those matches, they don't seem any different. It wasn't like he was going slower. It wasn't like he was giving any less than he was when he was in his big run in WWF, where he was having big matches all the way up into the Montreal Screwjob. It just, he got kicked in the head. He tried to come back and have one more match, and the doctors just said, you're not going to be able to shake this. It's over. And Daniel Bryan, he had the match against Sheamus. He got a little loopy. He tried to go on to the European tour, wrestle a few matches, and we don't have the official word, but we've got the unofficial word. Some people say it's concussion. Some people say it's his shoulder. One thing leads to another. He hasn't wrestled in a long time. So I'm hoping that Daniel Bryan's career isn't over. It was a year ago when we didn't really know what was going on with after the WrestleMania 30 injury, when he got the surgery. And then when he was trying to come back from his surgery, he wasn't having any strength in his arm. And things just weren't looking right. And we already thought that Daniel Bryan's career might have been over a year ago before he finally, came back. He wrestled in the Royal Rumble. He wrestled at WrestleMania. He won the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match. And it looked like we were going to be getting Bryan back to where he was. I mean, he had the crowd response behind him. He had the overall, crowd reaction when we saw his placement on the WrestleMania card with people being unhappy. You can definitely tell that people were rooting for Daniel Bryan again, and people were happy to see this guy wrestle. But, I don't know. It's going to suck if Daniel Bryan's never able to wrestle again. He's a damn good wrestler. He's always been able to capture the fans and get him involved in whatever he's doing. But, I'm not ready to say that Bryan's done. I'm hoping that he can come back, and I'm hoping that we're going to see him in the ring again. But as of right now, Bret Hart's even saying that the career might be over.